You're losing your lane. Don't speed up. There was no one behind us that time, but the car got back in this lane. Okay, so we were basically cutting somebody off. Yeah, good call. Nicely done. You have no choice but to park correctly now, right? Right? Wrong. Good morning, folks. Late start to my day. Surprise, surprise. I'm doing my Coldwater route today. Got 3 stops. I'm starting here in Grand Rapids. I'm going to Galesburg, then Coldwater, then Battle Creek, back to Grand Rapids. Now, what's funny is when I hit add charging stops, the car wants me to stop after the first place over here in Marshall, but I'd be at 50%, 49%, and it wants me to stay there for 5 minutes. And I'd get back here to this charger at 15%. When I remove it and let it do its thing, it no longer wants me to do all that, and it says I'll get back here at 7%. So my question is, why would I want to do that? It seems kind of silly to me. First of all, I could stop there. If I really had to stop at the charger, I could stop there on the way back from Coldwater. So I would go to Galesburg, then Coldwater, then the charger in Marshall, and then come home. Well, go to Battle Creek and then come home. But why would the navigation system route me to a charger at 50% state of charge? That's so inefficient. And the fact that I can make it here at 7% is even better. Now, I know it wants me to get here at more than 10%. And I know that I'm going to lose energy at each one of these stops. So I'm going to risk it and see if I can get here not using the supercharger. I'm at 79%. I upgraded to 2025.20.3 last night. All it said was security updates and some iPhone improvements. I have an Android, so that doesn't concern me at all. Today I'm driving about 226-ish miles. It is 67 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 84. All right, I hope you guys enjoy the ride. That was a strange little delay, but it figured it out. Don't speed up. You're losing your lane. Don't speed up. Yeah. That crap was unnecessary. Didn't need to make the driver nervous for that, you know? I knew it wasn't going to make it. It probably knew it wasn't going to make it. If it had just kept going the speed that it was at, it wouldn't have happened. I am starting to believe that just because FSD didn't get updated to a new point release, Like right now I'm on 13.2.9. I didn't get an update that involved FSD specifically, but I guarantee you they changed something. The car is not behaving the same. Now, there's no one around us. We've got 2 miles to our exit. It seems kind of weird that the car would come over here, especially since it camped in the passing lane this entire time. It only got out one time, and that's when a truck was riding our bum bum. Yeah, something's completely different. After that video that I released 2 videos ago where the car was just passing, 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 I mean, it hasn't done it since, but this is the on-camera test. At the moment, the car would probably prefer to go 62 to 66 miles per hour, and we're doing 56. So if it could pass, now would be the time. And now it says I'll get home at 9%. I'm not even worried about supercharging on this trip. Strange. Alrighty. That's very good. Blinker came on, the car started slowing down. I appreciate that because the car was hitting the brakes rather aggressively before this current update. I was almost going to name the car Brake Tapper again. Which I'm pretty sure it's 55 on this road. 2 miles to my destination. There is someone behind me. I'm going to pop us up to 66 where it should be. See what the car wants to do. It is slowly speeding up. Gonna give it some encouragement. Yeah, there's a speed limit sign warning me that it's turning into a 40 mile per hour speed zone up ahead. So it's definitely 55 here. Where are you going to stop me? Right at the front door. Yeah. Good enough. Let's go backwards. I was delayed. Never seen that happen either. All right, that drive was 62 miles, took me 1 hour, 9 minutes. I used 228 watt hours per mile. Not too shabby. It is 72 degrees outside now. And if we look at arrival percentage back in Grand Rapids, it is up to 9%. I am totally not worried about not stopping at a supercharger on this trip. I'll be completely fine with that. Car says the next place is 50 minutes, 51 miles away, and I'll get there at 42%. So let me knock this place out, and I'll be back in just a sec. All right, ladies and germs, I'm done in there. Sitting at 59%. Next facility is still 50 minutes, 51 miles away. I'll get there at 41%. It is predicting that I'll get home at 8% now. I think I lost 1% while I was in there. Or it was probably while I was sitting here checking emails. But I'm going to press the button. We're going to get out of here and go down to Coldwater. So again, it thinks it's 25 here. Wild sauce. It it actually thinks it's 25 here because it said it's max to 30. So mile and a half up to 66. And it's really not speeding up. Reduce speed at 30 ahead. So yeah, it's wrong. It's definitely more than 25. So far, that's 2 wheel presses and 1 pedal press. There's a person walking in the road. What shall the car do? All right, it does the right thing. I probably would have done that move a little bit sooner, but that was perfectly fine. Yield except right turn. Did not yield, but whatever. See, right there, it would have been great if the car could read signs. This car is backing up. Are they waiting for us? I'm assuming. Nobody's coming. All right, cool. That worked out. Oh, turning into the correct spot this time. I likes it. Um, where is it going to take me? There's a lot of things in the way. I'd like if it parked right there. It's not going to. I'm going to take over and just park right over there. Nope. There we go. Okay, so that trip was 51 and a half miles. It took me 47 minutes. I used 254 watt hours per mile. That's not too shabby. Let's see. It's still, nope, it's down to 6% getting back home, which is fine. So far today, I've driven 113.7 miles, used 240 watt hours per mile. So it's just that last leg was kind of inefficient. There was a construction area where it was one lane for the entrance ramp and one lane for another highway that was merging. The car jumped over the chevrons and basically acted like it was coming off of the highway and then zoomed past people who were getting into our lane, so merging into our lane. And it was rather ridiculous. It was very aggressive. And I couldn't talk about it while it was happening because I was on the phone. So sorry about that. But that happened, and I've also done 2 wheel touches and 1 pedal press. So anyway, I'm sitting at 40%. It's still trying to get me here, so let me get rid of that place. Get rid of this place, rather, and see what happens then. I'm sitting at 40%. Next place is 47 minutes, 43 miles away, and I'll get there at 27%. Anyway, I'm going to knock this place out. I'll be back in just a sec. All right, we're up to 81 degrees outside according to the car. It's 78 according to my watch. Sorry if it's loud, but I've got to cool the car off. It's hot in here. Next place, 46 minutes, 43 miles. I'm sitting at 39%. It still says I'll get home at 6%. So let's push the button and get up out of here. So it thinks I'll get to my next facility at 26%. And the car could just go straight here, but it doesn't want to, which I understand. So the car backed up the wrong direction and just did a, I guess, 3-point turn to fix it. Totally fine. There was no one behind us that time, but the car got back in this lane. It's like it needed to be reminded that it can get over. When that car got on our tail, it was like, oh, I've got to get out of the way. And then it passed the semi and said, you know what? I can get over. There's no reason for me to stay over in the passing lane. Hopefully, it'll be like that for the rest of the trip, but we'll see. Now, it's saying stay at 68 to reach your destination, which, oh yeah, it dropped to 3%. That's understandable, but I still don't think I'm worried about it. This is beautiful. We're passing people in a hurry and getting right back over into the driving lane and out of the passing lane. I love that. Free? Are we going to get back over? No? You stuck again? Because it was a long line of cars? That's sad. So now I'm stuck over here until I either exit or somebody comes up and tries to pass me. Or I could... Okay, never mind. It's weird. Sometimes the car wants to be equidistant from the cars that it just passed to the cars that are in front of it. And then it'll get over. Going back to my old saying of this car is just not very consistent. All right, we have a construction merge coming up. We kind of close. We are... All right, figured it out. Again, it cuts this really close. It should really see that these construction barrels are right here and the lane is getting pushed over. The car should recognize that and then be like, you know what? I need to slow down so I can get behind whatever is in this lane. So the behavior all day has been at 2 miles, get over in that lane. But now it's not. Consistency. Now this is odd to me. 72 max in a 70-mile-an-hour speed zone. In the fast lane. I'm going to put it back up to 84 where it should be. I don't know why I did that. But that is the third wheel touch today. Because now it's 45. And the car is not really slowing down. Freeway is ending. Now we're getting there. It's 30. It thinks the max should be 60. You know, these are a problem. These are problems. It needs to be fixed. Because look, there was a cop. If that light was, there was another one. If that light was green, I would have been completely hosed. Good job. Good job. Dude. Okay, so we were basically cutting somebody off. So I had to step on the accelerator not to be super rude. 3 wheel touches, 2 pedal presses. Oh, I thought about it. Yeah, good call. Nicely done. Well done. Nice and smooth. Where will it drop me off? Hey, look at that. You have no choice but to park correctly now, right? Right? Wrong. Ugh. I mean, that's not horrible. It's not right, but it's not horrible. All right, I'm going to fix this park job. But it was pretty darn good for what it tried to do. All right, got here at 24% as predicted. It thinks I'll get to the supercharger at 3% still, which I'm fine with. Even if I wasn't fine with it, there's that one I could go back to. This one I could go down to. There's one in... Get out of the way. There's one in Kentwood that I could hit. I could go over to Hudsonville. I could go all the way out to Forest Hills, Cascade, if I really, really wanted to. That would be my most logical one, but I can make it at 3% and be completely fine. I'm all right with that. Let's see, that drive was 44 miles, took me 51 minutes. I used 235 watt hours per mile. Today I've driven 158 miles, 239 watt hours per mile. I'm doing amazing, to tell you the truth. Next place is 1 hour and 14 minutes at 65 miles, and I'll get there at 3%. So let me knock this place out, and I will be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm done for the day. Home is 1 hour and 15 minutes, 65 miles. Says I'll get there at 2%. I'm sitting at 23 now, so I lost 1% while I was in there. I did cool down the car when I was almost done, but not quite. So let's get this day done and over with. Stopping for squirrels again. It's amazing. So for the folks that are not me, that don't drive hundreds of miles, I don't know. So let's say you get home at 6 p.m. and you plug your car in and you leave the next day at 7 a.m. That's 13 hours of charging. What's 13 times 3.75? That'll give you 48.75 miles of range. Just plugging in and charging it overnight on a level 1 charger, the slowest you could possibly go. Getting you about 1% every hour would give you 49 miles of range. If you drive less than that daily, there is no reason to upgrade to a faster charger. All right, true test. We're back up to 2% arrival guess, and we're going to get on the highway and see what this does. There's a lot of orange up there. That's going to slow us down if it remains, and it's getting around that time that I believe it will remain. So we'll probably get there at 2, maybe even 3%. That is my guess. I'm also going to take a detour and get something to eat because I haven't eaten since breakfast or since this ride started. All right, I'll grab some grub. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah. So I came in here and the car decided that it needed to reroute because... Whoa there, Sparky. Got scared for something. Had to give it a little juice to encourage it to continue. Whatever. The car decided to reroute because going straight north on 131 is going to be a slowdown nightmare. So it's a 6-minute difference. The car would not like me to go that way. So now it says I'll get there at 0%. It's 32 miles away, but the car thinks I can go 36 miles. Pushing it? Yeah. Do I want to do that? I don't know. I might be better off just continuing on 131, taking the 6-minute slowdown, which might be even longer by the time I get there. And that way the car travels slower, but I'd still get to my destination. Risk, reward, who knows? I could also bail out and go to Caledonia and I'd get there at like 6%. I'm going to try something different. Yeah. I want to go through town. Definitely not going to do what it's suggesting now. Wonder what it would do if I avoided highways. And that's about the way I would go. That's what I was looking for. Still get there at 3%. That's acceptable. Gotta get over. Figured it out. Good for it. I'm always curious what the car would do, but I never wanted to do that at highway speed. Now, granted, that was like 49 or whatever. Still kind of quick. But I'm all right with it. That's not going to work. Back around. Beautiful. Let me turn that back on. Off. Because I don't want to avoid highways forever. Man, I'd get in the car tomorrow or something, and it would try to take me the back roads, and I'd be like, what the what? Let's see, today was rather uneventful. No disengagements, not because of the car. There was 4 wheel touches and I think 4 or 5 pedal presses. I kind of lost count. The last one, the car was stopping at a blinking yellow light. And I'm assuming it was because the through lanes had a yellow light that was about to turn red, so the car wasn't sure if this blinking light was going to turn red or if it was going to go to green. I knew from driving through that intersection plenty of times that it was going to go to green, not red. Made a truck driver behind me very upset. He honked his horn rather obnoxiously. I think next time I do this route, I'll try to leave the house at 85% and a little bit earlier. I think everything will be great. I knew the car was going to turn right here. I don't want it to do that. Going straight is the key. But if you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. If you think somebody else would like it, share it with them. And if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button so you can see more. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, leave them down below and I'll get to you as soon as I can. And as always, thank you for watching. Deuces. Cybertruck. Is it going to show us one? No. I heard that they were going to add a Cybertruck visualization, so if the car saw a Cybertruck, it would show as a Cybertruck on the screen.